that SJ from OFB has been found guilty in a...
Isn't he already found guilty? I'm confused.
Okay, this is the rise and fall of Y.Ofb.
SJ from OFB has been
I
found
think when
guilty
SJ got
of his
booked, it
role
was
in a
just...
murder at the barbershop.
In
That
order
it was
to
downhill
understand
from
the
there?
rise and downfall of young OFB, we have to talk about the older generation of OFB. OFB is a gang based on the Broadwater Farm estate in Tottenham, North London. Broadwater Farm was one of London's most dangerous estates in the early 1990s and 2000s. The original OFB group goes back to the early 2000s and was originally named Star Gang. Prominent members of Star Gang were Heads and RV. OFB would begin to make a name for themselves in the 20s.
Yeah, they was always
as
around
younger
Red
rappers
Dog,
like
man.
Heads and RV would start releasing tracks. These songs would be uploaded to Pac-Man TV and would gain a lot of traction. OFB has had major beef with Wood Green 22 and Edmonton since the early 2000s. OFB has also had a deadly beef with NPK, Park Lane. This beef was mainly caused because of younger OFB. Here is an image of the surrounding gangs that OFB
Beef.
a lot of gangs around them and have very little allies. Old OFB songs included Youngers from Farm, which featured Young RV, Young Cash, and Heads, now known as Heady One. Back during these times, it was common to see
They
an
look
OFB
totally
member
different.
jump on a track with an NPK member, like RV and Stretch did when they made songs. This was because the sets did not beef and had the same enemies. That being Wood Green.
Yo, what happened to Loki?
An incident that caused tension between NPK and OFB in the early 2010s was when RV
Heady
and
One is a
Stretch
Paul's
would
name now.
get caught by Wood Green, and RV would leave Stretch
Nigga look like
to
a
get
young
stabbed.
Meek Mill.
This caused
Nah,
beef with the
word.
owners of OFB.
Word to
NPK
No
everything.
cap, he looked
deadly
like a
beef
Philly
due to
nigga.
The Youngers being close and having family relations between NPK and OFB. This situation resulted in Stretch, NPK, making a direct diss track responding to RV's most popular song at the time. Stretch would diss RV a lot in this song.
Show you that he ain't G. RV's never done a dirt, he's a baby. Killing cause how the fuck are you repping the farm blocks full of certified G's? One of them you are not, and I'm the artist. Snake me fam, now you made yourself a target. And your niggas are trying to save your arse, you got
Nah, that picture
In
is crazy.
February 2018, an OFB song named Brucket was uploaded to Press Play Media. This song had an older member
I
named
really react
Cash,
to that.
who was a well-known older in OFB, rapping alongside Bandicay, who was around 17 at the time, Double LZ, who was 16 at the time, and Boogie B and YS, who were
Double
both
LZ.
youngers. OFB fans were really starting to see potential in the younger set of OFB and wanted to hear more.
Nah, hell nah, them niggas is deep as fuck.
3 weeks after Brucket was uploaded to YouTube, Boogie B would be at an Airbnb party with a few other younger OFB members. Another North
It was
Korean
deep.
GM named Dots, who was from 51st, was also at the party and would end up being chased down and being stabbed 13 times. Boogie B was arrested and was originally sentenced to 18 years in
Nah,
jail.
that nigga's on his
This is why a lot
12s.
of OFB
Yeah, he
tracks
was
were
on
That
him.
nigga was right behind him.
Boogie Bando.
Gang, free boogie for you. Free boogie, free cash, trust me.
Young OFB would keep uploading tracks to YouTube, including Double L's, Spilling, and a Matza TV freestyle, which was the first time we would see Bandicay and Double L's on a duo freestyle.
Oh yeah, that's that.
Fans
This
loved
freestyle
this
right
and would
here.
push Double L's and
This shit
Bandicay
was.
to make more songs.
This shit
with
was
each other.
funny.
In October 2018, a younger OFB member named SJ, who was around 16, would jump on a drill song with Bandicay and Double L's. This was a surprisingly hard song, considering this was SJ's first ever song. This song was gaining a lot of traction when it came out.
This is brotherly
Now
love
for
for
the
the
UK.
UK.
6 million views on YouTube.
Oh, Bad
Double
Being in
L's,
it. That was his
Bandicay,
first.
And SJ would continue to make
Oh,
songs as a
man, I
trio
didn't even know
and
that.
drop some of the most legendary UK drill songs. In December 2018, they dropped Reality, which sits at 8 million views currently. In
That song was
February
tough.
2019, they dropped a Next Up Freestyle, which sits at 24 million views.
Banger.
Later on in 2019, they dropped Ambush, which has the most views out of any
Damn.
OFB song ever. Unfortunately, SJ would not be able to see this success, as in February 2019, him and 4 other NPK members would plan a ride out. They would all pedal bike from OFB's block to Wood Green. They would spot
I know
some
this
Wood Green
beat.
members. SJ and the NPK members would catch up to Swift Wood Green, and they would shoot him in the bum and stab him. K1, who was in his car, would attempt to save Swift by driving into the gang. K1 would jump out of his car and run into a hair salon where SJ and the NPK GMS would corner him and kill him. RIP K1. After this, SJ would keep rapping with the trio and would jump on a Tim Westwood crib session. During this freestyle, SJ was phoned and told he was wanted.
Crib sessions. Ambush was better than I was.
Crib session.
He was just stuck.
Nigga was there like, yo, I gotta do it.
During the trial, an NPK member named Y.Ofb, who was present at the murder, would snitch on
the whole
NPK
trial was crazy. That whole
SJ. This would cause tension between
shit
OFB
that
and
happened.
NPK. During the sentencing of the members, a fight would break out in the courtroom between SJ and the NPK members. This really shows how bad this road life is. Before SJ was arrested, he was offered a £150,000 record deal, but he chose the roads instead. SJ was sentenced to a life sentence with a minimum of 21 years. This was a huge loss for Y.Ofb. However, songs SJ had recorded before the murder would start to drop. This included Youngest in Charge, which would get 33 million views.
But it was dropped
one of
after
the most
that.
viewed solo drill songs of all time. Double L's and Bandicay would continue to make songs together after SJ was jailed. They would release drill songs like OT Boppin' and YKTV, with a new OFB younger named Ispot. Ispot had a special flow and a very addictive rhyming pattern which made him stand out. He would go viral with Bandokay and Double L's after jumping on the song as a feature. Bandokay and Double L's were really the hardest duo, but the duo wasn't as successful as it previously was with SJ, due to SJ being extremely versatile.
It's definitely AI.
In October 2020, Ispot would be stabbed in the eye in Enfield. It was rumored he was stabbed by 3 members. OFB has had a major beef with 3x3 for years. They also have heavy beef with NPK, which is crazy.
Yeah, they did take down Ambush. I remember
the
that.
same enemies as OFB. A few other OFB
I would have had way more views.
rapping in 2019. These being D-Sav, who was only 14 at the time, and Axe, who was 15. D-Sav had a lot of potential, but his voice was very squeaky.
Cop it, stock it, pop it, get round there with a pocket rocket. Unplug that shank, no socket.
When D-Sav's voice got deeper, he would start dropping very rude freestyles, dissing ops consistently.
D-Sav, my boss on my age, man, speak straight facts, no lying. Man's coming for you like switch, and I look in the sky, see
He said he couldn't talk crazy in the
Also
other
dropping
voice.
During these times, these two would start dropping and would find a lot of success up until 2023, when D-Sav would be arrested for carrying out knife point robberies, stealing up to £100,000. He was given 6.5 years. He will most likely be out in 2025.
He robbed niggas 100,000.
However, Axe is still free and dropping
Nah,
consistently.
he was hitting licks with a knife for 100,000?
Double L
Damn.
has also allegedly left OFB recently, as he has stopped putting OFB in his name, similarly to what Blanco did with Harlem Spartans.
Wait, who?
I think leaving OFB is probably the best
Fuck.
option for Double L's, as this
Double
life
L's.
only really leads to 2 outcomes, jail or death. Bandokay was arrested a few days ago on gun charges. He is looking at 13 years in jail.
Oh yeah,
which really
someone
shows
did
how
tell me that on
prolific his life
Snap.
is. Bandokay has songs with millions of streams and probably has a few mil in his account. But
How
he's
many
still
years
trying
is
to keep
like-
up with this road life.
Is he looking at?
SJ has also started dropping from jail. With his Plugged In he dropped a few weeks ago. This song has already hit 1 million views. This just shows how well known Y.Ofb is up until this day. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know things I have missed in the comments.
They said Double L's is not part of.
Like I said, allegedly he got de-recruited.
Why they de-recruit? Niggas must have been fucking with him. Wait, oh, is that the whole reason why I was like, yo, why I don't see Double L's and Bandokay? I was like, bro, where's Double L's? Where's Double L's? Niggas never really gave me an answer, but that kind of, you know what I'm saying, snitching. I'm gonna put a follow.
Oh, go look for the follow. It's an acid attack. That sounds like world ending.
You know what the acid attack is?
That sounds like
The acid in niggas' faces.
Oh, I thought you was talking about like acid rain, nigga. Nah, hell nah. Niggas get shot. Just boom niggas over here.